Oh, yeah, Wagwan masses, welcome back to the One Name Podcast. And high half of the match I just done. I'm joined by Hot Skull Edge. Wagwan, my G.
There.
Dog. No itching. We just watched probably the greatest final World Cup, Club Cup, any cup where you want to put ever. Me no business or nobody want to say.
Bro, it was a game. That was, if you wanted a game to represent the world's beautiful game, that would have been it.
Dog. The storyline where everything, even as a casual fan, we're just tuning for just the final. If they look now on all of the storylines that came together for the final, Kylian, the prince, to be, the king to be, Messi, in his swan song, trying to dead debates of all the World Cups past, Argentina, this, that, and the third, and then forget the game where we get. Mind for 65 minutes,
The game was done and was dusted. The game was done. I was ready to give the trophy to that man. I was ready, just give him the trophy. France came out.
But pull out my iPad. I say, boy, I'm going to find something else, go and watch while the game are playing in the background.
Bro, listen.
Couldn't believe it, Dad.
They redeemed themselves. I ain't going to hold you. And it's almost like it's two pieces that, for me, for France, moving forward, should not be seen in the starting 11. And that's Rabiot and Griezmann.
I can't say that. One, Rabiot. Yeah, first things first, right? They had. Well, let's not use the game as the rule for them the whole tournament. Griezmann was one of the best players the whole tournament. Rabiot, even though he wouldn't have started if everybody did for France was healthy, he was serviceable the whole tournament. So I won't use that as a rule against them. And even with all of the substitution that Deschamps made, he still had to keep Rabiot on the field. Griezmann, this was the worst game for Griezmann, but it wasn't Griezmann's fault. Argentina did that play some rash pressing.
Yes, and Argentina, that game needed. We're not going. It's hindsight.
Yeah.
But when he made the first two substitutions, I felt like he should have kept Giroud on, brought Camavinga on, dropped Rabiot, and Dembele. We knew he had to get off the field.
I feel like the only sub he needed to make, he should have put.
Was the Dembele sub?
Yeah, Dembele for Colomwani. That was the sub that he never needed to take off Giroud. Because Giroud, the height advantage, and especially late when they were trying to swing a couple crosses in.
Finish inside the box was needed because the chances that Colomwani got. No,
but at the same time, the running and the dropping off and the fluidity across the front line that
Colomwani gives you.
That Colomwani. Thuram, yes. Because Thuram was for Giroud. Thuram was able to go on the left, the right, dropping on the midfield. So I get it, but I still would have kept Giroud on a little bit longer. Dembele definitely did have to hit the bench.
So, but all right. So on that note, right, with Thuram doing the dropping back in the midfield, don't you think it would have been better if Rabiot had left the field and brought Camavinga on in the midfield? Instead of at left back?
At Deschamps, we can't put this on Deschamps. His team fought back and his substitutions were the one that did it. His subs changed the game, right? But Rabiot, you're thinking more offensively. Defensively, there was no one else that was defensively and distribution-wise, they needed Rabiot on the midfield. Because it was him.
You telling me Rabiot is a better option than Camavinga?
Camavinga is also 20 years old. Don't forget that. That's why Deschamps didn't trust him. It's part of the protection and part of it. They're going to look back and say, "Oh, you should have put on Camavinga." He's still 20 years old. Even you can't say Deschamps wasn't brave enough, but Rabiot wasn't that terrible. Now,
bro,
if a FIFA,
Hold on. Now, saying what you just said, Camavinga is 20. Tuchemeni is how much?
23, 22, 23.
God damn.
There's a difference there.
France is having another goal. You guess you could call this a platinum generation. God damn.
Yeah. And Mbappe is
Camavinga
23.
20.
Yeah. Mbappe is 23. I think Colomani is like 20, 23, something like so. I already know much about him.
Don't forget who's home and Cuckoo.
Right. I think Upamecano is only like 24. This might be Varane's last World Cup because he's 29, but still they have Konate's like 24. Man, your friend's not stopping, dog. The quality is just gonna keep going.
They need a right back. That's what they need.
Yeah. I didn't. It was tough to really see that after Pavard wasn't playing, the only person that they could play over there was Kunde. Even though Kunde did a good job, but they needed a more dynamic.
Today, he wasn't up to par. Kunde wasn't up to par today, bro.
Boy, I mean, can't even say that, because none of the goal them don't come from the right side. Well, the penalty came from the right side, but the first goal was from the left side. The second goal was from the left side when them do the 1-2 counter attack. The last goal was scored was from the left side. So can't really say I couldn't default. But yeah, they need a real right back. Them can't play center backs at the right back position. Yeah. Not really too work. But they made it to the final.
Yes, they did. Well, they beat up on I guess can we call England a good side?
Brother, me not really too business about who wasn't there. The game itself. We'll go to a quick review. Yo, you know what I'm saying? But then I talk to one in the group chat and I follow with the game. And I update the 1AM IG. And if you don't follow that, just search up 1AM Entertainment on IG and see what we are going with our polls and our stories.
That follow, yes.
That follow. But yeah, so I call my father about the 115th minute. I mean, I say, yo, oh, you so quiet. You know, watch the game. You hear the man tell me, him say, yo, boy, France never did not go out with nothing. So now 63rd minute, me just turn it off and find
so he missed the entire game.
That, you see, when we start describe the game to the man, you could hear the pain in the man's voice.
For what he missed?
For what he missed. Me tell him, say, the greatest final me ever see.
I ain't gonna hold you. When Di Maria scored, right? I was like, all right, I'm gonna just watch, because I was cheering for France, obviously. For various reasons. 10
black outfielders for
10 black outfield players for a team that's supposed to be what? All right.
What they're supposed to be, but yes.
But yes, exactly. Now, bro, when Di Maria scored, I was like, all right.
Hold on. Make we get a recap before you read. So, game start, right? The way all the teams them set up, especially after everything we're going on with France in terms of sickness or whatever,
yes.
they both put out a strong lineup. Di Maria, for context, missed the last World Cup final because he was injured. So even though it was a surprise that he started, it was a great decision, but it was still he was kind of due that, like, because he missed the last one and tactically it made sense.
Yes.
So says so done. Di Maria was at them in the first half. Dembele was more of an offensive option. But because Di Maria was putting the pressure, he had to sit back further and defend. Dembele don't know if to defend. Nope. And so says so done.
It clearly showed when he went for that lunge in the box.
Argentina was pressing like a tailor. The man them are press.
You know where the press remind me of? The press remind me of when, the first back to school when Uncle Bobby done make a uniform them and last year before school. just finish make your pants and your shirt. And your man have in there. Iron out. Yeah, man, I saw Argentina, they press them. At one point, I said, blow, this look like a 3-1 game.
So, yes, so the game of Gwan, Di Maria have a field there and get where Dembele kick him down. Penalty. To me, clear penalty.
Yes.
Not because of the foul itself, but just because Dembele was being silly. Like, it's a soft penalty, but Dembele is in the wrong position.
It's a soft penalty, but there's no protest to it.
Yeah. It was a penalty. Messi steps up, tucks it away. Still, you know, as an old Messi hater, I can understand the current Messi hater. They might say, boy, the man score in every round and get a penalty in every single one. So look how weird. But it was a penalty.
Yeah,
so,
it was. Nothing
to say about that. Then no, as you say, go out with the Di Maria thing now.
the press continued. He just, bro, it's like Di Maria decides, yo, me a forward on the field and go to the best 60 minutes me ever played. The man said, yo, me a left it all out there.
The man moved like him did still there.
The Real Madrid. Yes, dog. Like, brother, I'm not an Argentina fan. Take him off. I said, bro, you could have
wait, I moved too fast, man.
But anyway.
We can say over there. The goal. So then, McAllister, the Irish Argentinian red here boy, thief the ball, pass it into Messi, get back to McAllister, one touch around the corner. What his name? Alvarez. I never Alvarez. I lie. The next week. No, it was McAllister to Messi to Alvarez to
McAllister.
Yes, and McAllister run on, see boy Di Maria, game it, Di Maria, tuck away. France look dead.
Yeah, the game looked dead right there.
Messi they walk around like him won upon the field. Me I say, oh, them never see Mourinho old tactics. Put a man for Messi and play 10v10. But Deschamps said, yo, you know what? You off the field. You upon the field. And it changed the game. Not in the first half.
Not in the first
exactly. Not in the first half.
Whatever he said to them in the locker room woke them up.
I won't even say that either. Because early in the second half,
they were still being impressed.
You know what? Let me change the argument. In hindsight, what he said in the locker room in halftime was true. What they wanted to do was true. But Argentina game plan completely changed. They came out in the second half and said, we are going to see out the game.
Yes. And that's when they took off
Di Maria.
Because they didn't concede with Di Maria on the field.
They did not. They took off Di Maria. And
bring on Acuna, which is essentially a left back.
But somebody brought that to my attention. That's the same thing that Southgate did versus France. They took off Saka, and the game completely changed. All of the pressure, all of the outlet that Di Maria was, you release that.
So,
and then France
so it's almost like you bail out France. So give them get back into the game.
Listen,
because
man,
if they're not defending, what are they doing? Attacking or controlling the game?
Di Maria came off, I want to say, the 68th minute, right? The first shot that France had was after that, the 63rd minute or something like that. When MBappe put it over the bar.
Which was,
Then the next shot where them have was when Colomani got fouled and then MBappe put the ball in the back of the net. Then the next shot after that
was a penalty. Well, the next shot was the one where you get handball.
No. Hold on. First shot.
The penalty came first.
Yes, the penalty first. I'm saying him scored that. But then the next one after that, was my youth. Let me tell you something. That boy MBappe, he different. That man there, me personally, knowing the occasion, I guess that's the difference. Because I would be like, oh, let me control it. And then shoot.
No, he said, I'm going for glory. But
he didn't even think about it. It was just an instinct.
this
He's
shot was
17 yards out.
This shot reminds me of the one where he scored from the impossible angle. In probably about the same area when he roof it. Remember that one?
Yeah.
So
But
now
he didn't even think about it, brother.
I'm starting to say, hey, Real Madrid, y'all should have paid that money for that man.
They did. And he chose to stay at PSG. But, brother.
Well, you know what? Yo, I don't want to play against the man that beat me in the final. I want to leave in January.
brother. Dog. For him to do that.
I'm not a fan of MBappe, dog, but them two goals and his performance in this game,
the man, everybody was ready
doing
to say
with son, but
everybody was ready to say, yo, that's why him, the man there invisible, because he was invisible for the England game. So everybody was, I'm invisible, this, that, and the third. My youth, the man said I was saving the performance. That was next. I don't want to hear right now, today, right? Today. Him already, we know this already, but just to confirm on the podcast, he's already above Neymar today. Even though him not have a Champions League yet.
Well, we already said that.
Right. But me not want to hear. This is next thing. I do not want to hear Haaland comparisons to that man. This is different league. Different league we are dealing with.
No.
Me don't want to hear it.
Alan have to go win World Cup, Champions League, and Ballon d'Or.
No, right, but we can't say all of that because MBappe not have a Ballon yet. But
Mbappe been to the final twice. Alan will not make it to a World Cup final.
Right.
Let me just put that out there.
We know that. But if Haaland and MBappe, Haaland's a year younger than MBappe, Haaland would have to take Norway to a quarterfinal for me to look upon it. Like he have to lead.
Or win a Euro.
If him can make a Euro semi or Euro final, we can say okay. Right? And because he has Odegaard, it's possible. Hey. But him have to win the Champions League and a Ballon d'Or for him start to get back into the conversation with Mbappe. Mbappe right now,
it's going to be the same comparison. It's going to be the same Ronaldo-Messi debate.
The problem is, as you said,
5 Champions Leagues.
Messi have 4.
And a Euro title, but yeah, Messi's now going to go down as the greatest of his era.
Brother, listen. Here's the thing, right? Messi and Ronaldo faced off in semifinals, finals, stuff like that for club, right? That's gonna happen with Mbappe and Haaland. I'm almost sure of it, right? But as we say, you only can control, you can control. And right now, the game that Haaland has, he needs to win this year. For even forgetting the conversation right now after this World Cup, you sat at home. He would have to win the Premier League and the Champions League by scoring 2-3 goals. The man scored. Mbappe scored a hat-trick in the World Cup final. Only 2 men has ever done that, ever. Haaland, for even getting out of the conversation this year, he have to go score 3 goals in a Champions League final.
No, he's going to have to score a hat-trick every important game. So every derby game, every knockout game.
Prem done. The Prem is done. It happened in the Champions League. He might forget. You remember when I think 1 year Ronaldo had 10 goals in a knockout? Haaland have to beat that. Haaland have to score in every knockout game. Every single one.
I don't think Haaland could do nothing this year to surpass Mbappe in any way, shape, or form. Because we know Mbappe going to go back to PSG and turn into this goal-scoring machine. Because now, guess what's going to happen? Messi going to say, yo, I beat him in the World Cup final. I don't need to play second fiddle to him, but I'm still going to give him balls to score.
It's not even that. Messi, listen, as me say, I said it to you. Messi is already guaranteed the Ballon d'Or this year. Guaranteed.
Yes. Yes.
Because the problem is, because Messi and Mbappe play on the same team, it doesn't matter if Mbappe scores 60 goals at the end of the season. Any trophy where him lift, Messi there too.
Yes.
So because me as Messi, I won the World Cup when me and you face
and the golden ball.
And the golden ball. Wherever goal you score, me know say if you score 40 goals for the rest of the season, me I go get at least 15 assists out of that. Me I go score 10 to 15 myself. And any trophy where you lift, and me and you are going to lift it together. So Messi's getting the Ballon d'Or. Because the closest second place man right now is Mbappe. That's what I said. If Haaland wants to even enter the conversation, if he wants to be in the top 3 next year, Haaland needs to score. He might have broke the Premier League record, which look like he might do that already. But he has to, every round in the knockout round, he might have to score for Man City. He might have to win the Champions League with Man City. And then he can enter the conversation with Messi and Mbappe and be in the top 3. I don't think he can break up that 1-2, but he can be in the top 3. If he doesn't do that,
he's not the kind of player that Messi and Mbappe is either.
I know. But at the end of the day, stats in G. So if Haaland end up with 60-odd goal by the end of the season and lift the Prem and the first Champions League for Man City.
You know, with all of this going on and with Ronaldo training at Real Madrid, I think he's gonna want to try to steal the headline just to get his number 6 and go off because he realized, hey, I feel like he's gonna sign a little 6-month contract with Real Madrid. Anyway,
no offense to him. Yeah, I don't care about that man right now. I mean, I'm mentioning him. Move about your business. This ain't about you today. Back to the final. Extra time start.
Back to MBappe.
Extra time start now, and Argentina back on the front foot.
Pressing again.
Pressing, working. Look like they get them confidence from skill owner.
The save of his life.
But you know what? They put on Lautaro, and if it was him alone.
If Alvarez is in any one of them 3 positions, that man got a hat-trick of misses, bro. Like, some of his misses were worse than Coronation misses.
Boy, them 2 men they not go sleep well, but Lautaro have a medal to take with him home. So
well, they both got a medal.
Well, the one that counts.
Yeah.
The one that counts.
Well, you saw what that medal meant to Madrid, so.
I mean, I guess. But when you see the highlights and the misses that Colomani have, I don't know if it have a sleep right. But mind you, everybody there said, oh, them scripted for Reggie. If them whoever write this as script, yeah, they
write it good. They write it good. Yo, after France got back them 2 goals, I was like, the ref was like, I know I got paid, but let me take my hand out of this right now.
You know what's crazy? You bring up the ref, right? And truthfully, it twofold me see. 1, boy, the ref look like him sell out the game. But 2, the ref had a very good game.
Yes. Because let me tell you, when him did have to call a clear penalty, it's like, all right, but still can call some calls. But then when Mbappe stitch up the blowout net, you must say, no, man, let me let this game play out. Let me not play a role in. Yo, there was so many fouls that he could have blew the whistle for, and he just let it rock.
The thing that I know it was on the instructions. He said, don't give a red card. Don't give a red card.
So he was very soft on the yellow cards too. Because you have one when our Paredes and a Paredes, a number 4 for Argentina here. When he pulled down.
Yeah, remember that. Messi should have get one too. Messi should have get a yellow too. But listen, make the game run. Don't turn yourself into the storyline.
He met the game run. The only bad call when we see him make was when he pulled back the play. But then again, it was a tactical foul too. So it did its job. So he didn't really. The play I'm talking about is when Coleman was
Oh yeah,
was countering, and they Acuna fouled him, and he called it back and gave a yellow. There you could say, yo, remember say you get paid, so yo, it not gonna look so bad if you stop it play. So him just say, so
yeah.
So then in that scenario, I would say, yeah, him played how I'm supposed to play. So him can't say me never do my job because I stop a clear chance goal with just stopping to give a yellow card out. So give him my money. But at the same time, him became neutral in the end, you know?
But I don't think, personally, I don't think I would have enjoyed the game as much if this was refed like a regular game. We wouldn't be talking about this the best game. Because if it was a 10v11 game or something, like it wasn't as nice. This was two teams, everybody upon the field, going at it for 120 minutes.
It wasn't dirty. I thank God for that. So we all know the Argentinians
it was sprinkled in there. It wasn't dirty.
Up, but yeah, it started to grow up a little bit.
It was intense. The man them said, the man them are going for tackle. And even though they clean, the man them are go full.
Yeah, man. You leave something in there, make a boy up couple players, man. Remember, you know, I was taught in the art of defending and leaving a knock on a player when you come out of a tackle. It's a clean tackle. I might go shoulder to shoulder, but I'm going itch the point of my elbow in your ribs a little bit too. Make your ref I gonna see it as a shoulder to shoulder play, but you're left winching in pain. You know?
This remind some of the man them, because even I had man where NFL them watch and basketball them watch. I hit my phone. And this show some of the man them say, oh, okay. Because remember, NFL and NBA, the only thing they know is club. You know what I mean? You know, you play a field, the Jazz and the Bucks and whatever. This ignite how important the international game is. They're looking like, oh, yo, these guys going crazy for their country. I'm like, yes.
Hold on there. That it plays another role too on the black versus white story.
Why is it so?
Because you got a team over here with all black players going up against a team with all white players.
I mean, it would have if the game was dirtier, I would say, but this was just a football game.
No, but you need that.
I don't see it that way because
it didn't need to be dirty. It didn't need it to be dirty.
No, the reason why the way it was. No one watching the game saw that other than like people like you and me, which is looking for that. Like the game itself was such a good game.
Why I said that because you brought up the NFL basketball reference and saying people that don't normally watch the sport. So imagine a little black boy, like I got two sons, like Javari, he was watching the game, but he was sick. He plays football on the iPad, and he's more interested in football than anything else. So on that end of the spectrum, they're not only seeing people playing ball, but they're seeing people of their color playing at that high level. Exactly.
Yeah. I mean, the reason why I say it's important, but not as important, is because we didn't win. When France won the last one, and you saw all these black players, black ugly man like Kante, you know, hype boy like Pogba, and then man they are celebrate it different than the black boys lost. So even though I see the message, it can be misinterpreted. So I'm not gonna really too concentrate on that, especially since the French boys them look like them business born or Black Lives Matter business. It might not have touched the country. Yeah. So we leave that alone.
I only brought it up because of what I know it did for my two boys. Yeah. Well, the little one, right? Even though it's not too business, all he want to do is eat food. So yeah, but yeah, I only brought it up because of that. Because now, if I'm gonna get my sons involved in the sport, I don't need to look far and wide for somebody for him to emulate. You got a whole entire French national team of players.
Boy, man, yo, me not like, as me say, just that game there, like
It
after
was
the
good for the
2-2,
sport, though. It was
brother. I probably the best advert, as me say, international ball game back on the hype.
But
There's so many thoughts in my head. The hype that this create for the World
yes,
Cup
and
in a 20
especially
for the next World
2026
Cup.
World Cup. There you
Jesus
go.
Christ. You know, say I like ticket price and those gone up.
Yes. And not only that, right off of the back of a young American team with black players, nonetheless, they're gonna sell it. If they market this right, the next World Cup might break records for attendance. If they market this right, like right off the back of this.
The only thing they keep pushing this soccer shit. If they had just turned that down, I just know because of how annoying America is, they're gonna put that as a big part of their marketing. It's called soccer. Bridget, concentrate on the football.
You see they were doing it with Beckham and Peyton Manning in this World Cup in the advertisement, the Lays, Frito Lays or whatever advertisement.
But that's what I'm saying.
They were doing it.
They don't like everything else that happened with this World Cup and all of the storylines show the template that crazily, right? Hear me out. You don't need the extra world shit in order to make the game relevant. The game will speak for itself.
Exactly.
France, not France, Germany, Netherlands, all of them did want to bring this LGBTQ rainbow thing to the thing. Them say, yo, just play on the football.
Yes.
Even the Black Lives Matter thing, because of how England do it, it's just a kneel. So unless you know what the kneel's about, you ain't got to worry about it.
Yeah.
You had teams like Wales and Canada, first time they ever make World Cup, score a goal in a World Cup. You know what I mean? Like there were so many little
African nation went to the semis,
got fourth place. Three Asian teams made it to the knockout round for the first time ever. Like there were so many storylines. Ronaldo would feel madness. MBappe would wave without going with. You know what I mean? Like, brother.
Now, with that being said, what you just said.
Wait. Before you go to stuff, the reason I said though, we had all of those storylines for the World Cup without any of those controversial things. There is no need for America to be bringing it's called soccer to add some controversy to the fire. There's already enough. There were so many storylines that the soccer and the war and the LGBTQ thing, that wasn't needed. So hopefully for 2026, America can realize, yo, we can just build storylines around the countries participating.
Exactly. Instead of using social issues to push things. Because I feel like they're going to want to use this LGBTQ thing.
Brother, the mascot going to be a they in fucking
I hope they don't do that, though. I hope they don't do that. You know why?
You see, Qatar did have the what you call it? What that's something they when they whip on them head? Damn, the hijab?
Yeah.
Watch. The USA gonna be a they.
Please don't do that. And this is not because this is not because I'm from a homophobic culture or anything to do with that. It's not. Don't bring that into it, bro. We already know that it's gonna be
Brittany Griner in a bikini, waving the flag.
Don't do that. No, let's leave that topic alone because it's a very. See, this is where you don't get sports and politics should not mix. Because when you get there, it becomes sensitive. You offend people.
I won't even say it doesn't mix, but you have to understand. The problem with America is America will push themselves on everyone. This is a world event. We're
the world police. Technically, Qatar should have never got this World Cup either.
True, but what I'm saying is the issues that were regionalized with England, that were regionalized with Germany. You know what I mean? Like those little things on a big scale, don't push the whole thing. Like Qatar never came into the World Cup pushing, like they wasn't waving. Them just say, yo, run the thing. No alcohol. You know what I mean? With facilities and all that, the football will speak. Notice the foolishness with Qatar did I talk about before the World Cup. You see all of that, they get pushed back. Nobody not talk about that. No alcohol, less fighting, less issues. You know what I mean? Less debauchery are going on. And the football speak, and there were so many stories. Hopefully 2026, something nice
doesn't get overshadowed by America and its antics.
Yeah.
The left wing is and the right wing is, and the middle of the road people just doing dumb crap that's going on in this country right now. So back to the footballing part of things, bro. With that storyline saying first time an African nation made it to the semis, first time 3 nations from Asia made it to the knockout round. Do we change the format of World Cup, which they're proposing to do?
Well, in their opinion, right? It's
they just want the tournament to be longer to make more money.
I don't want the expansion personally, because what you're going to end up happening is you're going to end up with certain teams you're going to end up with some players breaking records because they might play a small team.
Yes. Yeah, exactly. They're coming like the Euros or Nations League. Yeah. That's what it's going to be like, bro. We don't want that. We want quality football. We don't want...
The original plan, and I'll just stick to it. I'm not against change, right? But the original reasoning, which is based in history, is that steel sharpens steel, right?
Yeah.
The exposure and the competition that some of these players are facing at the World Cup is what they've never seen before, right? Abubakar is a great player. I've been knowing about him since he was in Italy, right? But he might play in Saudi Arabia right now. But the world got exposed to him because he's playing on the global stage. That now shows maybe a European team or somebody with money. Maybe we should have took another look in our Cameroon for talent.
Yeah.
And that will move the next generation forward, senior country, and then maybe eventually. No, don't get me wrong. The arguments against it is that between Europe and South America, they have 2/3 of the space, but they also have 2/3 of the quality. So when you fight through and the impact that Japan and Korea and Australia and Morocco and them countries,
but remember, if they're gonna do this, then you should not give the host nation an automatic qualification then. You see what I'm saying? Because host nations, but then it's only the big countries gonna benefit from it. Because no third world country can host a World Cup. So
listen, the format is great. I see how they could adjust it. But maybe some of the plans that they have, I don't want the expansion. I don't want it to expand. I just think maybe some of the extra spots that Europe has, they need to lose a couple, right? Maybe take 2 from Europe, give 1 to South America, to Asia. You know what I mean? Try move around 2 other spots there.
But that's how they do it, because that's what should happen based on what went on in this. I think like only one CONCACAF team made. No, I'm part of CONCACAF, but only one CONCACAF team made it to the knockout round. So that's how it used to go. If your teams didn't perform well at the World Cup, you would lose a spot, and vice versa.
Listen, I'm not worried about. We're gonna leave the format alone. Maybe that's another conversation. But we're gonna move into best 11 for the World Cup. Clearly, 2 men who is gonna be in there is MBappe and Messi, right? Cool.
Yes.
Who else in our 11? We could start at goalkeeper. Who you have at goalkeeper? The Golden Glove winner, Emmy?
Yes, because he did it consistently over the tournament. Forget Messi and all that, man. That's the man that took them, that won the final for them. That took it.
Since he's been with the team, it's been he might be the good luck charm because Messi lose every final before him. and won every final since him.
With him, exactly.
So yeah, I will give him the keeper spot. At right back, who do we have? I don't think we have many options over there.
At right back. Damn.
Let me see. Hakimi from Morocco. I'll give him that. Easy.
Yes.
Yeah. I don't think there's not much competition for him
there's
over
no
there.
more. Yeah, because you had flashes from Dumfries and Dalot, but they didn't play enough. They didn't do enough to say give it to one of them. Yeah. So based just on the journey of Hakimi and his importance to his team.
And that Panenka in the penalty shootout.
Yes. Yes. The dagger.
Yes. Left back, I'm going Theo Hernandez. But you could have given it to one of the Argentina left back them too. But me I go Theo Hernandez. Because remember, France were going to play 4 center backs at the back. And when Theo came on, he and MBappe up on the left side, I worked the thing. So he was a big part of the attack. I think
but this is what surprised me when he took him off and put Camavinga on his spot.
Listen, man, I am not at the point of questioning Deschamps. Deschamps was 2 penalty misses away from us having a completely different conversation. The man know him team, he did what he needed to do.
Yeah. So then
center back, two spots for that.
Only 2? Shit.
Yeah, I'm only going 2. I'm going Batman, Gabriel, even though Messi did show him up, but it's Messi. And I'll go Upamecano because I think he was better than Varane.
Yeah, he was, especially for that black shot. That diving black shot that he
Varane was playing at maybe
Lissandra Higuain, eh?
Yeah, Varane was playing at about 85%.
Yes.
And with being sick, especially when you see him drop down in an overtime, that was just exhausting.
Oh, yo, brother, when we see the man go down and like him in the same emotions with the man you situation, when he go down on a ball, I said, no! Last game,
man. No. Dead him did just dead. I saw it because it looked like him. How many did I catch him? Like him did cramp up. The way him did that run over. One of him like them did that. I mean, like, all right, you run out your life. I get it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But yeah, I'll give Upamecano. So right now we have Emi, Hakimi, Upamecano, Vardiol, and Theo Hernandez. Midfield. We have to give Modric. Modric have to give
Modric in the middle.
Who with him? You're going to Chimeni, you're going McAllister, you're going Amrabat from Morocco. I'm going to go Amrabat. I'm going to go Amrabat, dog. That motherfucker was everywhere.
Yeah, but you gave him the knack you still can't overlook.
You going to Chimeni? You going with the young player the tournament name? What that boy they name? Enzo Fernandez.
Enzo played a wonderful game. Some wonderful games. Bellingham.
I'm not giving it to Bellingham. I'm not. Bellingham played a little bit further forward, especially after the first game. And the options, Amrabat was way better than Bellingham because in that 9, I'm saying 10.5 position, I'm giving it to Bruno. That's just me. But Bellingham would more compete with Bruno right there. That's also where Griezmann played. So you see what I mean? Like
Bruno catch form this tournament. I ain't gonna hold you. He was on fire.
Yeah. So
just that I thought that the rest of players would have stepped up because Bernardo Silva ain't really do nothing.
Well, we not gonna we can leave the worst of the tournament alone.
We
are put beside Modric and Bruno.
Either Tuchemeni or Amrabat.
Okay. And you leave Bruno at the 10 spot, or you put Griezmann or
Bruno
or McAllister. Okay. And then up front, we already know two of the spot them is MBappe and Messi. But the third, you going Giroud or does the substitution change what you thought about him, or?
No, we know why it wasn't his play that got him substituted. It's just the change of tactics that got him substituted.
Yeah.
So you have to give it to him, especially since he passed the great Henry.
Yeah, he had a really good tournament, especially after the last one when he no score no goal and then win the final. But that is the question. Would you prefer to score no goal and win, or score goal and lose? I mean, that's a
yeah.
I don't know.
That is team glory over individual glory we're talking about.
It's also individual glory though.
and that comes back down to the Messi Ronaldo debate. That's what it's gonna end up, because he's gonna end up with way more goals than Messi, but Messi's gonna go down as a way better.
He doesn't have that much more than Messi. The record that he was holding on to, which is the one that he cares about the most, is the Champions League. Because Messi's way ahead of him in the World Cup. So they're in the Champions League.
Yeah, because he has never scored a goal in the knockout round.
Right. So Messi right now, I think he's only 10 goals behind him. No, the only thing that can save him is if Messi say, yo, end of this season, I'm retiring or I'm going to MLS. That's the only thing that can save Ronaldo record. If not, and Messi say, I feel like I can play till the next Copa. Ronaldo dead. You hear me I say? So
Messi, so he really, that go back to my statement saying really they are play check as well. Messi have play chess.
Well, listen, me not gonna talk about Banks my goat. He's still my favorite, but with this, Messi has surpassed him in terms of achievements. You still can have the argument that and that's if Messi don't win a Champions League this year. You can still have the argument Ronaldo won Champions League in 2 different leagues. He has more Champions League. He has the goals. He has leagues in different countries.
Me not see all that Messi them don't win the Champions League.
I mean, it's not up to them. We know this. It ain't. Look how much MBappe do today. MBappe was the only man who beat Emi Martinez. He beat him 4 times, 3 penalty and 1 goal. And it wasn't until the last man who kicked for France that somebody else put the ball on the net. So clearly it ain't up to them. And I've seen
Kulamani.
Yeah, and I've seen it before with PSG where they have this great attacking team, because don't act like Messi now completely changed. PSG has had a great attacking trio for the last 5 years. But when it comes to the final and semi-final, that's when you see the midfield step up. They have some errors in the defense. So it not really too up to them, but we shall see. This Champions League is going to be very interesting this year. And another thing too, we have to keep an eye on how these injuries are going to catch these mans, because it's bad enough that it's not so bad that they might play a game, because if they were playing club match, they would have to play
more minutes.
But this is more intense. So it's going to be very keep an eye on some of these players and how them will get managed and their injuries for the rest of the season.
Especially mans who are playing at the Prem.
Listen, man.
The only thing is Messi and MBappe them.
Then we walk around. Then we walk around. But hey, here's the good thing, right? Switch back and just to end off the thing. Switch back to Manu real quick, right? Varane, still sick, right? Just playing at the final. But here's the good thing. The Butcher didn't play.
He's healthy.
Right. And Mr. Harry Maguire had a good tournament. That don't mean he's going to be good for Man U. But I'm more confident in him replacing Varane short term until Varane get back to, short term than I was before the tournament started. So that's how I would say in terms of that for Man U. Other than that, we could see what we're going. I did enjoy that World Cup. As we said, the best ever.
Yo, we came out of this World Cup, or we wanted to come out of it with our players healthy.
Yeah.
Good World
Yeah.
Cup.
Good World Cup. They might have to look into moving and doing another World Cup mid-season because as that was another thing too. Someone had said when the World Cups happen in the summer, because a lot of these players are either fresh off or going or
A
would be
full
on
season.
vacation or them just come off of a full season. They're tired, you know what I mean? So maybe a mid-season when they all the man them all they had training camp, them ramp up for the season start. So some of man them just get hot and then the World Cup. Maybe that's why we get one of these this World Cup that we got. Everybody did a fire upon all cylinders.
Yeah, that's why so much games go to overtime.
So I don't know. Maybe that's something we then can look to in the future if we say, yo, maybe we have to do another Winter World Cup. But it would have to be somewhere warm still. It can't be in a Turkmenistan, in a Finland Island place there. So we shall see. As we say, World Cup series is finally done. For anybody where did I listen to all our episode, them thanks for all of that. Again, check our YouTube, follow the IG, listen to us on Apple, Google, Spotify, Anchor, wherever. And we back to the FPL. You know, say Cup start back Thursday, I believe. So football doesn't stop. And between the FPL and the Cup thing, we back at it. We back at it. Any last words, G?
Yeah. For me, good World Cup. Good. Appreciate the support we getting. I think I grew slowly but surely. And yeah, ending off with a song from him name.
Did I vibes for the week?
Yeah, my vibes for the week is Boom Bye Bye by Roger Wild. That one they dedicated to MBappe, you know?
Nah, you bugging. Nah, we can't do that.
Yeah. It's a nice song. It's a bad.
Yeah, that money, yo. For me, I'm gonna go with Absol. I'm gonna keep it rap. Song's called Hollandaise. Nice old school rap song. So, check that out. Nice little vibe for anybody that's in the cold weather right now. Even cold out Florida. So cold all over. So enjoy that. And again, as Ed said, thanks for the support. Continue looking out for our episode. Probably won't put another one out till week after next Monday. I'm looking at after the Prem gets back. So enjoy your holidays from us. And again, look on the IG for any quick updates. Thanks again. One.